The movie begins, and we learn that America is now a country without people. It is now the United States of Zombieland. Columbus has survived by following a number of simple rules. 1. Cardio. Keep a high level of fitness. 2. Double tap. If you think that the zombie is dead, shoot him again, just to be sure. 3. Beware of bathrooms. The zombies will attack when you're most vulnerable. 4. Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. 2 months ago, the first victim took a bite from a contaminated burger, and now Columbus thinks that he is the last survivor. He survives because he follows his rules. He is chased by some zombies, but manages to outrun them. Cardio. He gets into a car and escapes, but there is a zombie in the back seat. He crashes into a wall, and the zombie flies through the windscreen. Seatbelts. The zombie gets up again, and he shoots. Double tap. Another of his rules is to travel light. He is on his way back home to see if his parents are still alive. As he walks down the highway, an SUV charges towards him. A guy named Tallahassee gets out, and they point their guns at each other. When they realize that they are both normal, Columbus gets into the SUV. Another of Columbus's rules is to always check the back seat. They are both heading in the same direction, so they travel together. Columbus realizes that Tallahassee has a weakness. He loves Twinkies. As they stop for a bathroom break, Columbus reveals that he is actually afraid of clowns. He remembers back to a time at college when a panicked girl knocks on his door and he lets her in. She hugs and thanks him and goes on to tell him about some homeless man that was sprinting towards her, who then tried to bite her. After he checks that she is okay, she takes a nap on his shoulder. Sometime later, he wakes to find that she has changed into a zombie and chases him around his room. He manages to fight her off, but she comes at him again. He hits her around the head to finish her off. This is where he first came up with his double tap rule. Columbus tells Tallahassee that he has heard that there is a place untouched by all this, but Tallahassee believes that it is all made up. Tallahassee is obsessed with killing zombies, but more obsessed with finding Twinkies. They stop at a grocery store and Tallahassee gets his weapons out of the trunk. They enter the store and he plays the banjo to draw a zombie out. He uses the banjo to kill one and a pair of garden shears to kill another. Suddenly, a pretty girl named Wichita appears and asks for help. Her little sister, Little Rock, has been bitten. Wichita tells Columbus that they are just looking for a way to put her sister out of her misery. Tallahassee is about to do it when Wichita says that she will do it. He hands her the gun, but then she points it at him, demanding that he hand over the car keys, the weapons, and their ammunition. The girls drive off and talk about their destination, a place called Pacific Playland, the place that is rumored to be zombie-free. Meanwhile, the guys spend some time looking for another car. They find a yellow truck loaded with weapons. Tallahassee celebrates by shooting some guns, and they drive away. Tallahassee wants to get revenge on the girls, but Columbus suggests that they should forget about the girls and just head home. Tallahassee tells him that home for him was a puppy named Buck, the cutest dog ever. The zombies meant that he lost him, so now he just enjoys the little things. As they continue onwards, they find the SUV on the highway with the words "Help" painted on the side. Tallahassee walks towards it to investigate it, but finds it abandoned. He signals to Columbus to bring the yellow truck up alongside the SUV. Tallahassee gets in, but then discovers that Little Rock had climbed into the back seat. She holds the gun to Tallahassee's head and takes his gun from him. Columbus is made to honk the horn, and they are joined by Wichita. She gets in the truck, and then they all drive off together with the guys as hostages. It would appear that Wichita and her sister have been conning people their whole lives. After a while, they finally manage to reach a truce and decide to travel onwards together. Tallahassee mocks the idea that Pacific Playland is zombie-free, and Wichita reveals to Columbus that his hometown has been burned to the ground. They drive overnight, and eventually Wichita offers Columbus to get out and take another truck for themselves. He decides that they would rather they all stay together. Tallahassee eventually insists on stopping at a grocery store. They kill a zombie and then take a look around. Columbus starts to look at the colognes, and Tallahassee realizes that he fancies Wichita. It descends into a bit of a fight, which descends further into the four of them all smashing up the store. Columbus realizes that Tallahassee is right to enjoy the little things. They continue the journey and decide to stick together until they reach Pacific Playland. As they arrive in Hollywood, they decide to take a rest. They take a map and aim to find a celebrity's house to sleep in. They find Bill Murray's house and start to search around. Little Rock doesn't know who Bill Murray is, and Tallahassee is indignant at this slight. Columbus sits down with her to watch Ghostbusters, one of Bill Murray's most famous movies. As Tallahassee and Wichita get comfortable in the house, they are approached by Bill Murray himself. Initially, they think that he is a zombie, so Wichita hits him with a golf club. It turns out that he just disguised himself as a zombie in order to blend in. Tallahassee is a huge fan and screams in delight.
As Columbus and Little Rock continue to watch the movie, he asks her about her sister. The others think that it would be hilarious to try and scare them, so Bill Murray walks into the theater pretending to be a zombie. However, Columbus still has a gun and immediately shoots Bill Murray in the chest. Bill Murray dies. They carry his body outside and shoot the guns in a salute to him. That night, they play Monopoly and talk about the best and worst things about this new Zombieland. Tallahassee says that it was losing Buck. Columbus explains that Buck was his puppy, but as Tallahassee carries on, he realizes that Buck wasn't his puppy. It was, in fact, his son. Tallahassee shows them pictures of his son that he carries in his wallet. Next morning, Tallahassee is shooting things in Bill Murray's house. Little Rock joins him, and he teaches her how to shoot. Wichita brings a bottle of wine to Columbus, and they drink together. The wine is from 1997, and they reminisce on their experiences from that year. Wichita was cool, but it would seem that Columbus was a bit of a geek. She feels sorry for him, and they dance together. The dance nearly turns into a kiss, but they are interrupted by Tallahassee. The next day, the girls leave early without the guys. Wichita tells Little Rock that she nearly kissed him because she forgot their first rule. It's just the two of them. They later arrive at Pacific Playland and smash their way through the gates. Columbus feels lost now that Wichita is gone. Tallahassee tells him that he has decided to head for Mexico. At Pacific Playland, Wichita switches on the power, and Little Rock is awestruck. From a distance, some zombies notice the lights and head over to investigate. The girls are enjoying the rides as the zombies approach. The girls run from the zombies. They get into the truck and drive away. There are zombies on the roof of the truck, so they jump off and let the truck drive into the sea. They continue on foot, shooting as more zombies chase after them. Elsewhere, Columbus decides that he is going to go after Wichita. He and Tallahassee make their farewells. Before he rides off on a motorbike, Columbus tells Tallahassee that once upon a time the girls were photographs in someone's wallet as well. He rides away but soon falls off. Tallahassee drives up to him in the SUV and agrees to take him to meet the girls. Meanwhile, the girls climb onto a ride to escape as the zombies gather below them. Little Rock shoots the control box to make the ride stop. Columbus and Tallahassee arrive at Pacific Playland and start to shoot the zombies down. The girls see them arrive, and Wichita says that they had better start working out how to apologize to them. Tallahassee causes a distraction, and the zombies chase him. He shoots them down as Columbus goes to rescue the girls. He runs into a haunted house, pursued by zombies.
Meanwhile, more zombies start to climb up the ride to catch the girls. They run out of shells. Tallahassee locks himself inside a booth, and from safety, he shoots at the surrounding zombies. Columbus emerges from the haunted house, and Wichita urges him to hurry. As he approaches, he encounters a zombie clown. He resolves to overcome his fear and hits it with a mallet. Then he goes to hit the emergency release button on the ride. Wichita and Little Rock drop down to the ground, and he and Wichita kiss. Little Rock rolls her eyes. Tallahassee is impressed that Columbus finally got to first base. He then heads to the store looking for Twinkies. They hear a noise coming from the store cupboard, and Columbus shoots. It was only a mouse, but he shot through a box of Twinkies. Tallahassee is distraught, but Columbus apologizes and suggests he eat around the shot. Wichita pulls up in the SUV, and Columbus realizes that these people are the closest things to a family that he has. Little Rock throws Tallahassee a Twinkie bar, and he eats it enthusiastically,